You know, what's happening in America now, what I love is like, there's this sense of urge of looking at everything, looking at beers, looking at bread, looking at sandwiches, looking at cheeses. And again, this thing that chefs always think about, how can we take something that everyone is familiar with, but I want to make it better, you know? And this is asking questions. When we look at the news, it's always about this negative, we can't do. You know what, there's lots of great stories out there, and that's what I love about this. It's like you guys present really energetic, useful America. And look at this. Popcorn is something that we all know, that we all relate to, but they want to do it better. That's fantastic.
If someone comes and tries it once, we don't have business. That doesn't work. We need them to come back, I mean, hopefully every week or two.
Returning customers.
And so I think that's something that scares me right now, is this idea of this becoming part of their routine and their habit and keeping it fresh as we go forward. And I don't know if you have any suggestions on that.
The one thing I would say is to keep it really small in the beginning, because then you can control your product. You're gonna get, if you grow too fast, then you lose the control, and that's when people's gonna start complaining, things are not gonna work, the pouch is not gonna open, all these different things that can happen. But if you start small and you build this really almost underground following that people are talking about you guys on Facebook and on Twitter, and you can control that, then maybe a year later you can grow really, really strong. Cooking is one of these incredible professions where mentoring still exists. And it's still one of these jobs where I can call up Danielle and say, hey, I have a young cook, can she work for you? She worked with me for a year. No questions asked. And you know, when I got my first job in France, it was through another mentor said, you know what, I'm going to give Marcus a chance. So I wouldn't be here without a strong mentorship program, and I'm really proud to say that food and cooking today in America still has that. Out of all the different things that it doesn't have, it does have a strong mentor program. For me, funding is not the big issue. Vision, truly vision, and sticking to that vision is the key. And for other people, it could be funding. But if you have an original idea, there's actually always money out there. When you start a company, it's gone from you thought about something for a long time, you're extremely passionate about it, and then converting into a company, something happens, you know, and it's important to really stick with why did I start this company? Because once people are getting hold of it, even if you're successful, you're going to get pulled in so many different directions. So always come back, end of the day or end of the week, it's like, you know what? Why did I do this? And then you start realizing why, and it's somewhere in there that the core, the gut, the heart of the company lies. And it's always important to go back to that. Whatever the problem might be, I'll go back and think about, you know what, are we closer to this goal that we started than we started a year ago? If not, let's check yourself.